Today's how-to project is building a dog shelf for my wife's new truck. I made a plan to start with. Got to measure, make a dummy with cardboard, build it with wood, cover it with carpet, and then what about the back? So the first step was to look on the internet and see what other people have done. And the basic idea is to build a platform across here and then some legs that go down here. I measured up the wood on hand and found it was only 47 inches wide, so I made a dummy that's 47 inches wide to see how it fits. Design's slightly different than the final will be, but for dimension's sake, I think it's going to work. I'm looking at the dummy in place now. It looks like it fits alright, lengthwise, and this leg height seems alright. It's going to need a lifter right there. And it looks like the doors close just fine. Now I'm cutting out the two main pieces of wood. I'm making this cut here before cutting it off the big board because it's easier for me in my working setup. Testing out the basic pieces. It looks like a decent fit. I did this with the seats all the way back. I don't quite know how that's going to work if they move forward. I was going to screw everything together, but then I decided to break out the nail gun. I have the brad nailer out and put these pieces together. And I'm about to attach them like so. That front piece. Well, it's a fit. I'm still not sure what's going to happen when we move the seat storage. I'm imagining when there's nothing on there, it might shift around a little bit, but when there is stuff on there, it won't move at all. So the next step is going to be carpeting. It sits on these little raised up bits. I'm sitting on it. It seems solid enough to hold two medium-sized dogs. Alright, went out and bought this piece of carpet that is going to be the finishing touch of the dog shelf. Main tool I'm going to be using is this staple gun, loaded up with these staples. Alright, the main tool I'm going to be using is this staple gun right here, loaded up with these staples, T50 3/8 inch. Switching out to this longer staple for the finish here. I hope it works with the staple gun. I haven't tried this brand with this stapler before. Well, I had to delete the cool time lapse because of storage issues on my phone, but there's the whole thing wrapped up, and the cool time lapse wasn't that cool. Getting around this part was particularly difficult. I probably should have watched some videos about how to do it. That's the finished thing, how it's going to look in the truck. Now we'll go insert it and see how it fits. Here it is in place. Now all we need is dogs. That tips back the whole way. And now the test scenario. You see, will it work? Emmy, up here. Come on, in. Well, I won't admit that, or I will say that she wanted to go into the front seat almost immediately, as usual. Alright, trying this again with the dog that actually likes riding in the car. Wallace, come on, up here. Oh yeah, that worked much better.